Hi guys, and welcome to today's Alakazam Live. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but I am here, and let's introduce our co-host, the amazing Wayne Goodman. Mr. Goodman.
Now that you've brought me on, you can't see Harry's not looking too well sat next to you.
No, I'll bring him up quickly. Let me bring him up. There he is, little Harry. He's ain't been fed for a while, bless him. How are you, mate?
I'm all right. It's been a busy week. I'm writing a new book, and things are happening, and it's very exciting. And I didn't get up until nearly 9:30 this morning.
That is
very rare.
Terrible.
It's very rare though. I don't normally sleep in. I'm not a sleeper. So for years I lived on about 4 hours a night, and now it's about 5.5. But it's still, I don't sleep very much. I never have, and it's sort of like, it's to sleep in is unheard of. Oh. That's a bit close. Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, look at that.
Da, 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 da. Do you want to tell them what's happening tonight?
Well, we have a live launch right in the studio tonight at 7 o'clock of that little beauty. Look at that. It looks great, doesn't it?
Mate, it's brilliant. I've been doing it in the shop. It's great. I'm actually going to be filming a little addition to the instructions later, because I sort of started messing about today, and I went back to my original handling and presentation for it. And we've had Simon Lipkin down for a couple of days, and I performed it on Simon this afternoon. Didn't tell him what it was, performed it on him, and we filmed it. But I used my original handling, which wasn't the handling that I later created for this, but I've gone back to my original because I just much prefer it. So I'm going to be filming that again this afternoon as well, because there's a couple of really nice moments in there as well. So yeah, that's the Reaper. That's happening tonight at 7 o'clock.
Perfect. And of course, we should say as well that this coming Saturday, the shop is open from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock. And if you want to come in and see it done live, then come down to the shop and you can see Peter performing it live in the shop on Saturday.
Yep. If there's any left, because we haven't got a lot of these. And I know, sometimes we say that, but it's not a sales thing. It is the truth. We haven't got a huge amount of them. They come in there. I'll show everything tonight anyway, so I'm not going to talk about it. We'll talk about it tonight. But if you can, join us for the live at 7 o'clock. It's a great trick, super easy to do, and it's a real fooler.
Yeah, it's a lovely effect.
So that's happening tonight, but something's happening in a couple of weeks as well. Got a little message from our good friend Andy Nyman, so let me play that now in a moment, Wayne.
Hey Alakazam shopper, this is Andy Nyman, just saying hello and letting you know that on Sunday, November the 3rd, it is the 4th annual London Magic Convention. It's happening at the Lyric Theatre Hammersmith, which is a fantastic space. This year, as always, we have 3 amazing lectures. We have Stephen Long, who is Derren Brown's latest writer. He's brilliant, tipping some new mentalism. We have gentleman juggler Matt Ricardo giving his first ever lecture. The stuff he does is truly breathtaking. And then we have underground magic legend from the USA, Wayne Houchin, giving his first lecture in a decade. He's going to be tipping some of his old tricks plus some of his new stuff as well, which promises to be something not to miss. We then have the hilarious £4 Gala show. We have the show in the evening, which Matt Ricardo is doing. We have the London Close-Up Magic Championship and the Patrick Page Award for Excellence in Magic. Car going by. This year, we are giving that award to, well, you'll have to be there to find out. Go to londonmagicconvention.co.uk to buy tickets. thanks for being an Alakazam shopper, and hopefully we will see you there for a day filled with magic.
So that's happening in just a couple of weeks. What's that?
I'm just dealing with a customer. It's all right.
Ah, I thought it was some sort of Star Trek communication device.
It is. They're going to beam me up. Yeah, it's all right. There's just a quick customer comment coming in, so I just dealt with it.
Oh, cool. So I want to thank everyone while we're here as well. All members of Alakazam Unlimited who joined us last night for the Simon Lipkin live event. That was recorded. It will be in your accounts before the end of the week. Okay, so the reason why it's not sooner is because we are in-store filming, so no one's about to sort of edit it and convert it. But it will be up before the end of the week. So if you missed it, you'll be able to watch it in its entirety. And if you did watch it and just want to watch it again, it will be up there.
It's been, we've got quite a busy couple of weeks ahead of us now, haven't we?
Yeah, very much so, because this Thursday we've got an academy. We'll talk more about that in a moment.
So live launch tonight, academy on Thursday, open day on Saturday, sorry, not Sunday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Next week, what's happening next? Something's happening next week as well, isn't it?
No, we haven't got a live launch next week, but we've got a live launch the week after. So that's another one. We've got quite a few live launches now coming up between now and the end of the year. So our final quarter, Alakazam's final quarter with releases, is the release schedule is really jam-packed with stuff. So we've mostly got 2 or 3 releases per month between now and Christmas. Now, some of these will be things that you have heard about, like Trebloon, which will be officially released, Loki, which will be officially released, and there'll be a few others as well.
Can I just say as well that if you do come to the shop on Saturday, you may well be able to see or even purchase some of these. Thank you, Brian. You might be able to see or purchase some of these things that aren't even out yet.
Yeah, 100%.
That is always a possibility.
John Williams said just bought Easy Tones. Great trick. It's a great utility. I don't like calling things like that a trick because they are utility items. Nemin said there was a Lipkin. Find his masterclass on Instagram. Yes, Lipkin was last night. Let's see who else is here.
I'm very excited to see Nemin in a couple of weeks. Get my bi-quarterly hug from him. I know he can't wait either.
I'm missing my hug with Nemin. I don't know. There's something charming about the extreme awkwardness that happens.
I just find him to be a very warm, welcoming, charming character. Somebody who I instantly feel comfortable around, at ease with. You know, he gives off this warmth and this love. You know, he could talk me down off a bridge.
Yeah, but which way?
Exactly. I'm not getting to that. No, I love them.
Nemid's amazing. Tony Antonio's joined us. Hiya, Tony. He's looking forward to the LMC. Talking about magic conventions, the London Magic Convention is the last convention in 2024, I think.
No.
What?
No, there is one more. There is one more.
No.
Yeah, you saved the best till last, don't you? You saved the best till... Is mine the last one of 2024? There must be another one after.
No, I think so. International always used to mark the last convention of the year, and that was around about the sort of end of November, very early December.
Well, that's going out on an email later on.
Yeah, I think yours is the last of the year, to my knowledge. So just give us while I remember as well, Drew, our good friend Drew, was supposed to be coming down today, but he's feeling a bit poorly, so get well soon, Drew.
Oh yeah, get well soon, Drew. Hope you're feeling better, mate.
But he is planning on coming down Saturday, which will be lovely. So
Well, tell him
give
not
us,
to come down if he's feeling rough. 'Cause
yeah, yeah. So give us a bit of info about the Newmarket Magic Shindig.
So the Shindig is, well, officially it's the 9th of November, but
Yeah.
because a lot of people come down on the Friday night, we have a Friday night meetup, and we go to a little restaurant, and the restaurant, I'm providing all the food that night. We're going to have a little buffet food in there. The idea is that normally we go out for a meal, we all sit around a big table and no one talks because we're around one end, they're down the other end. So here, everyone can move around the restaurant, sit where they want, join the conversation, pick up their plate and go and join another conversation if they want to, or start their own. So that's the Friday night. On the Saturday, we have got 2 lectures. We've got our very own Andy Smith from the shop, who is doing a lecture on close-up and card magic, which is going to be amazing. But our first lecture of the day is going to be Martin Pierce. And so you know Martin from the Alakazam products he's released. Everything he does is commercial. Everything is workable. Everything is very clever, but very simple.
Yeah,
He's got some new stuff.
That's the key. I mean, Martin's fooled me so many times with very, very... I say they're simple. They're simple to do.
Yeah.
But they're very cleverly constructed and very clever methods, you know. So even though, yes, the mythology, the actual way of doing them is simple, anyone could do it. I would say even a beginner could do most of Martin's effects. The thinking and method and everything that goes into it to make them so simple for you to do is quite difficult. I don't know how he does it.
Well, what Martin's done is he's taken the complexity out of it.
Yeah.
He's put all the work in to take the complexity out of it to make it simple for you to find. If you look at beer money, I mean, the first time you showed me beer money, I think you did it over the course of a day 10 or 15 times to me. I hadn't got a clue. Not a clue. It's so easy to do and so simple to perform because Martin's brilliance has made it that way. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to Martin's lecture and to Andy's lecture. And we've just had confirmed, I sent out an email last week, just had confirmed that John Morton is coming on the day as well. And he's going to present a little workshop in the afternoon teaching where he's going to bring the props along. Everyone's going to get a free copy of something they can make and use in their performances. It's a little mentalism item, I believe. I'm not going to say anything more about it, but so I want to say thank you to John as well for throwing himself into that and coming along. So that's going to be amazing. As well as that, we've got some magic dealers. We've got some, including we're going to have an Alakazam stand there, which Andy's going to be looking after for the day. Yeah. So we've got Alakazam, we've got Monster Magic, we've got My Magic Shop's going to be there. We've also got Jamie Dawes is going to be there, and there's one other. Mike Sullivan with D-Trick is going to be there, which I'm very excited about. So look forward to seeing Mike. And then in the evening we had the gala show. We've got a star-studded gala show. It's going to be amazing. We're raising money for a local person who could do some extra help. So we're raising money for them. We've got a raffle, and I'm giving away, if you book a ticket before the day, on the day, I've got that little app where it spins and it chooses a random winner. So on the day, we're going to choose one person who is going to win a bullet time worth £90. And we're going to have a raffle, which is going to have about £250 worth of magic in it as well. So, so it's a lot of fun things happening in one day. Yeah. And that's the 9th of November. If you go to wgmagicshop.com, you can see the information. All the information's on the page. If you want to stay over, then there might be 1 or 2 rooms left at the hotel. I'm not 100%. But the Premier Inn, which is the other best hotel in the town, is like 100 yards away. So not very far at all.
Brilliant. So
plug over.
Yeah. And that was
for the last convention of the year.
Yeah,
I'm really pleased about that.
That was a long old plug as well.
Well, mate, what can I say?
Luckily, I charge by the minute.
I tell you, it's been a lot of hard work and effort getting to this point. I tell you, I'm starting to feel the stress now as well. It's like it always does at this time. it's the last countdown. It's really, really compounding on. I'm really looking forward to it. It's my favourite convention of the year. I love it, and not just because it's my day, but just because it's great seeing everyone. And then on the Sunday we all go out for breakfast, and I just love to sit there and just me and Craig, when we sit and just we don't even speak. We just sit and look out the window. It's just lovely. It's really nice just to see that.
I can't imagine you not speaking, Wayne.
I speak a little bit. I do. It's actually quite nice. We take all the kids, like Dave's kids and Charlie and a couple of others, and there's a little pottery place, and they go in there and they make a bit of pottery, and then I take it to Blackpool because the lady who runs the pottery shop doesn't do the furnace for the winter every week like normal, so she'll do it like a month, and I'll take it up to Blackpool. Last year they made some really nice little presents and stuff. It was awesome. So yeah,
Brilliant.
The Sunday's good as well.
Brilliant.
But I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Can't.
I'm just going to say, El Prendo there, Loki is awesome, and is one of my favourite tricks to perform now. It's one of those tricks that's just so cool and so amazing, and yeah. That's Craig's way. That's Nem's way of saying that he can't wait to give me a hug. That's what I'm reading into that. He can't wait for a hug. I'm not to keep on going on about the day and stuff, but I'm just going to say this: if you are coming along on the night, Nem is performing in the gala show, and you might have known Nem. You might have seen him on the videos where he's quite quiet. He sits in the corner. He doesn't really. He's one of the best. And I always say that Andy is like an encyclopedia of magic. Like Andy knows so much about everything, and Nem is the same. He's a very clever, very funny, and what he's doing in the show in the evening is worth the whole day. Just to see Nem do what he does in the evening. I saw him do this in February at a show that I did with Nem, and I knew the trick, I knew of it. I've never performed it. I want to perform it. I never will, because I'll never be able to do it as well as Nem does it. And it's one of those. I'm not going to say what it is. You have to come along and watch. But I watched it and I was like, it's a masterclass in timing, misdirection, and comedy. You watch it, you'll learn more from watching him do this one routine than anything else. It is amazing. So I'm very, very excited. It's a Wayne thing. What can I say, Wayne? Yeah. So anyway, enough of that. What else? What else is going on?
So I'm going to mention it again because it looks like a lot of people have just joined us. But tonight at 7 p.m. right here on Facebook and YouTube, we have got the live launch of Reaper. So join us on Facebook and YouTube at 7 o'clock. Myself and Harry will be here in the Alakazam studio. I'll be answering questions about it. You'll be able to see the trailer. We'll talk about it. It's a great trick. It's in stock, ready to ship. Join us at 7 to hear more about it tonight. Also, yesterday, go on.
Sorry, Pete, I was just going to say, tonight, that'll be the first time the trailer is shown as well, isn't it? So, yeah, so once the live launch happens, you'll be able to see the world premiere of the trailer.
100%. 100%. Sorry, I'm just having a look at some of these. Nemid.
Yeah, I was going to say that's Nemid, isn't it?
So, last night we had a live with the incredible Simon Lipkin. Now, that live was an exclusive live event for members of Alakazam Unlimited. It didn't cost them a penny more. So it was included within the $4.99 price, and I have got a microphone and an earpiece for you down there.
Is that him? Is that the hero himself?
I'm not going to tell you who it is. He said to me he hasn't decided whether he will allow us to put him on camera because he is such a star. So I'm seeing whether he'll allow us to in a minute. I just saw Jamie walk in and he vanished.
That's Jamie for you.
There he is. Yeah, so we had Simon Lipkin doing the Academy. Now, if you're not a member of Alakazam Unlimited, you can actually sign up for a 7-day free trial. So you could sign up today, put your cancellation in, get 7 days of full access to Unlimited, and then it will cancel after 7 days and you won't be charged a penny. But we really want you to see, if you're not a member, we want you to see how good this actually is, how good Unlimited is, because the amount of work that Jamie puts into it is incredible. And even though it's still advertised as 150 tricks, new things are added each week. It's got to be more like, any sort of idea, Jamie, how many videos you think we got up on Unlimited now?
I think we're approaching, well, over 200 now, I think, or we're coming up to 200, over 200.
Yeah, probably over 200 videos now.
I think we've got 50 creators on there now.
50 creators.
Oh, we've got a very special thing going up tomorrow, which you can tell them about.
What is it? What? Oh, yes. We've got a very special thing happening tomorrow. It's another one of our Legends series. So in conjunction with our friends over at Murphy's Magic Supplies, Murphy's own the rights to the L&L catalogue. And L&L, if you don't know, produced some of the most amazing magic videos at the time. Then they converted to DVDs. Oh, perfect. Thank you, mate. So what they've allowed us to do is they've allowed us to handpick certain tricks that we love from the collection. So we've already had an effect by Max Maven, which was one of my favourites. We've also had, I think, a David Roth trick maybe already. I'm not 100% sure. We've definitely had the Alex Elmsley 4-card trick, which is most probably one of Alex's most popular routines. And tomorrow we're treated to a trick by Tommy Wonder. And once again, that's
nice.
Performance and explanation. And it's all included in your $4.99 subscription. Also, you get early access to Desert Island Tricks. So I think for non-members, they can access the latest podcast on a Friday. I believe that Unlimited members get it on a Tuesday. You get early access to all of our YouTube content videos as well. So there's a lot going on in Unlimited, and there's a forum so you can chat to other members. So it's a great thing. If you haven't joined already, go take advantage of the 7-day free trial. And like I said, if you put your cancellation in straight away, you won't be charged a penny, and you've got 7 days full access. And you can even access Simon Lipkin's course that he put up, that he recorded yesterday.
If they decide not to cancel,
yes,
how many hundreds of pounds a month is it to be a member?
It
Obviously,
is.
With this number of videos, it's going to be very exclusive. I mean, only those who've got
£4.99 per month, cheaper than a specialty coffee at Starbucks.
Wow, $4.99.
Mm.
But then you can only get some videos. You don't get all the ones that are available. You have to choose.
Access all areas, mate.
Shut up. For
Access
$4.99, they get
areas.
everything. They can watch it as many times as they want.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Now, if you think of the price of an academy, now an academy will sell for £25. Anyone else doing live events, whatever magic company it is, you're looking at £25, £50, £60, some of them. Now, with Unlimited, now we don't do live events every month, but we do live events. Now, if you imagine if we would have put Simon's, and it could have been, the quality of materials no different between a studio live and an academy. We just sort of pick what we want for what. But if Simon's was an academy, that would have cost you 5 months worth of Unlimited.
And it's just included.
And
Not
he's
even
done
an extra.
2. He's done 2 so far. Anyway, Simon's here, so I'm going to bring him in a moment. The one thing I'm going to do beforehand is, tonight we've got the live launch, but tomorrow, are we Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So Thursday, we've got an academy, and here to tell you about it is the man himself, Mr. Steve Reynolds.
Hey folks, Steve Reynolds here from New Orleans. At the end of October, I'll be teaching at the Alakazam Academy, where I'll be sharing 10 classic card effects with the Steve Reynolds touch. And of course, it wouldn't be one of my lectures without sharing some unique false shuffles that go beyond the Z. And time permitting, stage illusions. Just kidding. So bring your deck of cards, your questions. Can't wait to see you.
Right, so that is happening this Thursday, and tickets are on sale now, and they are on sale. You can pick them up for $19.99 instead of $24.99. So they will go up after the event. So let's bring in our very, very special guest, Mr. Simon Lipkin. Here he is.
Hello, team.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. We've had a fun couple of days so far. Yeah, having a great
really
time.
Really good, mate. You haven't stopped.
No, but it's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. We did the second studio live for Unlimited yesterday, and I didn't think about it like that when you said it. Like, it's because I've bought a lot of your academies, and they're brilliant. But technically, I've done. I think last night was about an hour and 45 minutes, and the one before was maybe hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. So you've got over 3 hours of lecture just from me on there for $4.99.
Yeah.
Like it is
incredible.
It's amazing, really. It's amazing. I mean, there's tricks on Unlimited that I've learned that I've already used and done bits of. There's some brilliant mentalism on there, and I had to do something that was really specific for a little stand-up piece. And I was like, I've got stuff, but it's just not quite right. And I was flicking through Unlimited, and I found this brilliant trick on there, and I was like, right, I learnt it, and it was on the next night. Like, it's a really useful thing. I love it very much.
Yeah, it's so good, and it's just a great platform as well with the chat room there, so you can go and speak to other people. As with everything Alakazam, we try to make everything that we do and get involved in very encouraging for people, and a safe space.
For sure, but it's also really encouraging for me because, like, my day job keeps me quite busy, so I don't really have, like, I've literally got a couple of days here and then I'm busy for the next little while. So, like, I don't get a chance to, like, go and lecture and gig all the time, do that stuff that is how you get your material out there. So something like the studio lives for Unlimited is such a fun way for me to, like, go, I'm sitting on all of these ideas and all of these tricks, and I want to share them with people. So it's such a nice thing for me as a creator to be able to go on a platform like that and just go, here's some ideas, play with them, do what you want with them. Some of them are brilliant, some of them aren't perfect, some of them are there for you to make into your own thing. So yeah, it's just right up my street. It's really good.
And it was great. It was really good. The material that you create is always very commercial, very
simple,
well structured,
easy to do, hard hitting.
Yeah.
There was a lot of comments on the chat last night on the chat under the video.
Yeah.
And it was all just, wow, that's amazing, that's fantastic. You could feel the love coming through from all the people who were watching it live.
No, that's
just,
so nice.
Just absolutely loving what you were doing. It was great.
Yeah. It's if you want crazy, insane gimmicks and all of that sort of stuff, like I'm not your guy. I mean, look, I've just seen a comment from Roddy McGee, like, Roddy's your guy if you want these incredibly thought out gimmicks and all of that stuff. I like simple stuff that is just works but well structured, allows you to perform and all of that stuff. It's right up my street.
Yeah. And you're right, Roddy is a legend.
He's amazing. He's amazing. The man's a genius.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Right, so we will be back with Simon in a moment, but we are going to drop a trailer because yesterday we had a delivery come in from Penguin Magic, so we've got loads of new bits. And I've got no idea what this trailer is, so we'll all find out together. Here we go.
Hold out your hand, hold out your hand. Think about your card. Think about your card. All right, let's take a look. Let's see if the 8-ball. You see that? It looks like the 4 of spades. Is that your card? Do you want to know how it knew? Because on the other side of it is your name. Visually reveal your participant's selected card inside Roddy McGee's Magic 8-Ball. This is an incredibly easy, powerful trick to perform. The spectator selects and signs their name on a card. That card is then lost into the deck. Instead of finding their card, you have your spectator think of it as you bring out your magic 8-ball and give it a shake. As you shake the magic 8-ball, it reveals a message, your participant's selected card. But that's not all. The 8-ball is turned over and revealed to be their signed card the entire time. The 8-ball is now theirs to keep.
That's the card.
Is that your card?
Yeah.
Can you see that? What's that say? The 4 of spades? Is that your card?
No, it's the card.
Do you want to know how it knew?
I was thinking about it.
Because you were thinking about it, but it's also on the back. And it really is on the back of the magic 8-ball there.
That's why.
So you can keep that, all right?
Wow.
Magic 8-ball comes with a very special card that visually reveals the spectator's selection, along with tons of other 8-balls that you can give away. Also comes with an instructional video that will teach you exactly how to perform it. This is the Magic 8-Ball by Roddy McGee.
Talking about Roddy, and
There you
he
go.
is on our system. I
He's
was
the first
playing
one
with
there.
that this morning, and it's great. The gimmick is so clever.
Yeah, very visual, isn't it?
Yeah, and I know Roddy, I was lucky enough to spend some time with Roddy and Noel when me and Harry went over to Vegas, so we were hanging out together all the time. And Roddy was explaining the effect to me, but you know when you just can't picture it. I knew what was supposed to be going on, but when he was saying, and the card sort of really looks like it's popping up in that oil that's in a, and I'm thinking, well, it isn't going to look like that. But it does look like that. It's really clever, because it does. If you've ever used an 8-ball, and it's like the mist clears, doesn't it? The black
Yeah,
clears,
it comes into view.
yeah,
It doesn't
and
just
that's
pop
what
up.
happens with this. It isn't just like looking at a black hole and then a quick shake and now it's there. It sort of visually morphs into view. Lovely idea.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, clever guy, Mr. McGee. So, Simon,
Yes, mate.
tell everyone what you're up to at the moment, apart from here.
Yeah. What my day job?
Your day job?
I'm playing. I'm about to open Oliver in the West End, so I'm playing Fagin in Cameron Mackintosh's new production of Oliver. So we open at the Guildford Theatre on December 14th. So we start rehearsals in a couple of weeks. I've got to do another show before that. So I did a show a long time ago. It was the original cast of a show called Avenue Q in the West End. And they have persuaded the entire original cast to get back together for one day to do a couple of shows of it, which is very exciting. So start that in like a week. I'm going to try and remember something that I did, best part of 20 years ago. And we're going to do that. So it's very exciting. It's very, very exciting. It's a lovely time. It's been a little while since I've done a long run in the West End of something. I've kind of done short little stints and mainly telly and film and things like that. And when I've had a couple of months here and there, I've done a little show when I got the chance. But it'd be lovely to get back and sit in a West End theatre and do it. So yeah, I cannot
And this
wait.
is a long run, isn't it? 'Cause it's just been extended.
Yeah, to September. We've extended to September of 2025. So yeah, it's a little while, but I just got engaged, so I got a wedding to pay for.
Yeah,
So
oh, yeah,
I'm
congratulations.
very happy. Thank you, but I'm very happy to extend to September 2025. Yeah.
You've got a lot of people sending in congratulations.
Oh,
as well.
thank
I,
you, thank you.
I saw the trailer for Oliver. I think
Yeah.
you might have even shared it. And wow, what a
It's immense, isn't it?
It is. And I'm not saying this because you're on here or anything, and I know that we know each other.
Yeah.
But when the first time you appear on that trailer,
Yeah.
and you come out, I think through like a doorway,
Yeah,
from
it's like
Fagin,
curtains or yeah.
and it is like bang on it's like amazing. It's like proper chills up the arm.
Oh,
type thing.
mate,
You know,
thank
it's
you.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
So,
it's
yeah,
a
I think-
really it's a really beautiful production. It's very sort of dark and it is spectacular, but actually it's smaller. They did it probably maybe 12, 13 years ago was the last time they did it, with Rowan Atkinson playing Fagin. Now they've gone for me, so they're really downgraded. But they've taken it back to like the original version, because I didn't really know this, but the original version of Oliver in the 60s, when they did that for the first time, that is the first time moving scenery and set changes, and it was the first time, when stages spin and have revolves and stuff. All of that now is like, yeah, it's got to revolve. Oliver was the first thing that ever did that, and they've taken it back to like that original thing, so revolves and bridges and things, and there's alleyways that go over the top of the audience into boxes and things, so it really feels like you're in sort of grotty Dickensian London. Yeah, it's very cool.
It does looks incredible. I know Jenny's already booked our tickets.
Yeah,
and it's
very
a shame we didn't know about Avenue Q, because I remember going to see that with Jenny and our mates years ago when it was on.
Yeah, it's good. That sold out. We were so surprised. It sold out in like 6 hours. It was like 2 shows of it gone.
It's got to be a bit of a culty thing as well.
100%. Yeah. It was really it was like proper comedy, outlandish kind of thing. Again, now we take it a bit for granted, don't we? So you've got so many shows that are like big and brash and cross the line a little bit and being offensive and stuff, but that was the first one that came out that was like that. So.
It's not written by the South Park people or something, is it?
No, so it's written by Bobby Lopez and Jeff Marks, who then went on to co-write Book of Mormon with the South Park Boys.
Oh, okay.
And Team America, if you've seen that film, there is a scene between the puppets where they get quite intimate. They got all of that from Avenue Q, because there's full, naughty scenes in that and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, the South Park, it's very much that same thing. But Bobby went on to write these little things. Frozen, I think it's called. He wrote Frozen. It was like a small underground movie that didn't really get much. He writes all of Disney stuff now. Coco, he wrote. He's written a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so. It was a great show. I just remember laughing all the way.
It's very good. It's very
Hold
good.
Hold on. So he went from porn with puppets to Frozen.
Yeah. People have range, Wayne. Like, what's your problem?
That's amazing.
What's your problem, mate?
And yeah, Magic Allen said as well, Book of Mormon's amazing. We've seen that 3 or 4
it's
times.
good. Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
very good.
So funny.
Yeah.
So funny. And you do sit there with someone like Avenue Q, you just, especially at the time when Avenue Q was out 20 years ago.
20 years ago, and you're doing songs about racism and porn and sex and like all of that stuff, and like there's a song called now it's slightly outdated now, because there's a whole storyline in it with 2 roommates who are essentially like Bert and Ernie, so it's like Sesame Street but for adults. And there's the 2 Bert and Ernie characters, and one is like just trying to let the other one know it's okay that you're gay, don't stress about it, just be who you are. And so there's this whole kind of gay storyline, but it's very funny. And now it's like, that's not inclusive, because you're only dealing with gay people, not all members of a community and kind of stuff. So it is slightly out of date. Now the song Everyone's a Little Bit Racist, which was about being inclusive, is now dated and a little bit racist. Yeah. So it's, but it's good. We'll have a great time. But back to magic.
Yes, indeed. So also you've been here as well, because we've been filming 2 products. Yeah, I'm not going to say what they are, but 2 products that are coming out in 2025.
Yeah.
We're hoping they're both going to be on a pre-launch at Blackpool.
Okay, great.
So that means they won't be officially launched. But if you're at Blackpool, you may be able to pick them up. And these are completely different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
With regards to, one of them is going to be quite a low price trick, which is a fantastic EDC.
Yeah, just super casual, just like, it's a quick, fun EDC, hard hitting, like nice fun thing.
Yeah, and the other one is, I don't want to give anything away.
The other one's my favourite trick I've ever invented.
And it's so much has gone into it. I mean, this is a complicated thing.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a card trick. We're not talking about, you know, a coin trick or anything else. This is something that you envisaged. You got a prototype made, which I know cost you a fortune, because I went to the guy to see if he would make a run of them, and that weren't going to happen.
Yeah.
It took almost a year to find someone that could actually could manufacture them, because we even went to Drew and said, Drew, could you make them? He said, I could make them, I'm not going to make them.
Yeah.
Because there is so much work that goes into them. Like literally everything is so much work. But we managed to do it, and I'm so proud of what we've got as the props. And I know when I sent them to you,
I lost my mind. Like it was, I had made my prototypes and they were good. I was happy with them. They're super good. But when you called me and you said, I'd like to maybe think about making this adjustment to it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not sure, but all right, I trust you. And then you said, I've got a set, let me send them to you. And you sent them to, and I could not believe. I mean, they are better than I had ever imagined they would be. Like,
they're great. And I'm the same as you as well, because we found a manufacturer. And he said, yeah, I think we can do it. And you know, in your head, you go, you're just not going to,
It's not going to work, is it?
It's just not going to. It's going to be 4 months, then you're going to say you can't do it.
Yeah.
And when I got them, I just went, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I remember you phoned me up and you showed them to me on the camera.
Oh, have you seen, Wayne, have you seen the trick? Yeah.
It's amazing. I can't wait for it. I literally cannot wait for it.
Yeah, and we've also, and we also like, there's, I think we've, you know, again, this is you, Pete, but like, there was, we could have done half the amount of what we've ended up doing, but for everyone, I think it was really important to, it's something that I'm very passionate about, is giving people options and not tying people into just doing one thing that we teach. And so you were the one that was brave to just go, right, we're going to give them everything. So it's not like you're even tied into one trick with this thing. You can really use them to achieve all sorts of different stuff. So it's, this must be so frustrating. You have no idea what we're talking about, but
But
we have to be careful we don't tease them too much.
Yeah, that's going to be Blackpool this year. But we were here, Simon's been here filming the instructional videos for both of those products. And also, we will be, if you check our socials, I think maybe we're going to be heading to London in a couple of weeks' time to do some filming for a few magic products. So if you're about and you would like to attend the filming, and it's going to be probably some trailer filming, some explanational filming as well, and you'll be more than welcome to come about. You know, we'll all have a drink together and, you know, watch the magic and enjoy it. If you would like to come along, shoot us in an email to sales@Alakazam. I believe it's happening, is it the 12th or 14th or something?
Potentially the 14th, I think, and literally right next to Waterloo Station, so couldn't be easier to get to.
Yeah. So if you're going to be about, it will be daytime on the 14th of November. If you're going to be about and you would like to come down to a day of Alakazam filming, Simon hopefully is going to be there. We're going to have another couple of special guests there. You're going to be able to see the tricks way before they're released. And you may even appear on an Alakazam trailer. So just let us know, send us in an email. It'll be great to see some of you there. Really good.
Yeah.
So I've got another trailer to play, and then we will come back and speak a little bit more.
Great.
Here we go.
Hey, my name's Greg Petty, and I'm about to show you the best card trick ever.
No! Take my number! I shuffled, dude!
And that's the 37th card. You said 37, and you shuffle the cards yourself. That would be amazing. Turn it over. I know! Now here's the thing, if you've been in Magic for more than 0.2 seconds, you'll have heard of a card. Any card at any number. I'm telling you, if you're looking for a commercial version of ACAD, if you're looking for something that works in the real world every single time, well, Destiny Deal is the perfect any card at any number. Easy to do, anytime, anywhere, instant reset, examinable. And we supply everything that you need to be able to do this immediately. I'm going to show you the world's greatest card trick. I know this is the greatest card trick of all time, Blake, because I bought it and it comes with instructions. You know, this is the steps for performing the most amazing card trick ever. You ready for this? So I thought I could break every rule of Magic and we could learn it all together and figure out how it works together. Would that be good? So let's have a look at the instructions. So the first step is allow your helper to shuffle the cards. You can be the helper. Okay. So can you give the cards a shuffle for me? That would be amazing. I like your technique there, Blake. That's very good. Are we good? Are you happy?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
Let's look at the next step. Number 2, have them take out any card and show it to the audience. Okay, so what I want you to do is spread the cards out so you can see the faces, but I can't.
Okay.
Take out any card that you like the look of, show it to the camera, show it to each other, but do not show it to me. If you give me a chance to cheat, I will.
Okay.
So spread them out so you can see them and I can't. Take any card out that you like. I will not look. I'm looking down.
You can't talk about it.
I love how you're getting help here. You got it? Give me the rest of the cards back. I'll take those. Are we good? So next step, let's have a look at what we got next. Take the card and shuffle it back in the pack. Can you hold that for a minute? Just put your card there. That's amazing. We'll shuffle it into the pack. First of all, a cut. And then a shuffle. Is that fair? So the card is lost in the pack. Let's look for the next one. Have somebody think of a number from 1 to 52. Right, Jasmine, there's 52 cards in a deck. There's 52 positions. You're going to think of a number from 1 to 52. Can you think of, don't tell anybody, but can you think of a number, a position in the deck? I want you to think of any number from 1 to 52. Don't say it out loud.
Okay.
In a sec, later on, we're going to be dealing to that number. So if you go for 52, it's going to be a long bloody time, but it's completely up to you, but you can take it. Are you thinking of a number?
Yes.
Don't say anything. Very good. Have the cards shuffled again. Well, you did such a great job. Can you yes, shuffle them again. That's great. Give them a shuffle. Honestly, you're getting really good at this.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I'm so impressed. I love your technique. You shuffle? Yes? Yeah. The next point, the last point is, I want you to say your number and she's going to deal face up onto the table to your number.
Say your number in your head.
What's your number?
21.
What was the number that you thought of?
37.
37. First of all, what number did you think of? 32. So what you're going to do, you're going to deal 21 cards. Hang on a minute. Face up one at a time. If you see your card in those, you're going to deal 20 cards because you said 21.
Yeah.
Deal 20 cards face up onto the table. If you see your card, that means that this has not worked and I'm just going to go. And that's my big finale. So 20 cards, one time onto the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Have you seen your card yet? This is exciting. Keep going. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Stop. Have you seen your card yet? This is beyond a coincidence at this point. I can see you're thinking, what the hell is going on? You said 37. Deal 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop. Have you seen your card yet? That's the 37th card. Now this one here is the 38th. Turn that card over. Was that your card? That one is the 39th card. Turn that over. Is that your card? 40th card. No. We don't have to do anymore. You get the point. Because we're going to look at the last point. I know what the last point is. Look. Reveal that the selected card is at the chosen number. Now think about this. This is impossible. You picked any card. You had a free choice. You picked any number. You shuffled. Once you shuffled, I didn't touch the deck. You dealt down to the 37th card yourself. that would be impossible. If that was the card that you picked, that would be amazing. What was the name of your card?
Yeah.
Seven of clubs. I'm so glad you remembered it. And that's the 37th card. You said 37 and you shuffled the cards yourself. That would be amazing. Turn it over. What? I know. My name's Craig Petty, and I think I've created the best card trick of all time. On behalf of Penguin Magic, this is Destiny Deal.
So that is Destiny Deal by Craig Petty. Me and Simon were actually discussing this when it was on as a worker's routine. It's a dream.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
It's an absolute dream. The fact that you can bring that in at any moment during your card set, it's...
Craig's so smart though.
Yeah.
But he's a worker.
Yeah.
He knows what you need in those situations. If you look at all of his stuff, it's proper, like, it's thought out as like that will work in the real world. Like that's a good thing.
Well, the thing is with Craig, and it's the same like with you, Simon. I know some of the things you say, oh, I come up with them and I've got the routine, I haven't worked it yet or whatever, but a lot of the stuff you do work.
Yeah.
And you know that when you work an effect, that's when you really iron out the creases.
Yeah, for sure.
Because as magicians, we do know, as creators, we know something's going to work. We know that, you know, if we do this, do that, use that as misdirection, that's going to work. But when you perform it, there's always moments where you go, God, I wasn't expecting him to be looking there when this was happening.
Exactly that. Like, you figure it out very quickly. And you know.
Sorry, Peter. I think Simon's microphone's gone.
I think it's gone. Hang on one sec, Simon. I think it's your receiver over here.
Is that any better? Is that...
Let me see.
Hello.
Speak now.
Hello, 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
So, yeah, go on. Sorry, mate. We were talking about the misdirection.
Yeah, you just learn when you do a trick, don't you? You start to do it, and you know. Here's the thing, you know if you're right, you know if it's going to work or not, you know if the method's going to work, but then when you just do it, even if you just do it 10 times, you go, oh, that's better, or that works in that moment, or the rhythm of that's the actual offbeat when you do it to real people and stuff. Yeah. And that's almost hard to do you can't show magicians because you don't find the real offbeat. They're like magicians, even if they're the nicest friends in the world who are just watching the trick, you notice things that lay people just won't notice because they don't know what to notice, you know? Yeah. And I think I don't love the excuse of, oh, I've never been picked up on that. Well, because I often think like, you might not be, someone's been polite to you, you might not have been picked up on it, but it doesn't mean they didn't see it, kind of thing. Whereas there is a difference between a magician watching a trick who understands the mechanics of a magic trick and someone who is watching it from a genuine perspective. But that's what Craig is so good at, that stuff, at going, this is where to hide the thing, and this is a good method. Like the fact with Destiny Deal that I hope I can say all of this, but that's a normal deck of cards. Yeah. That you're not having to. And actually, we were saying, like, sometimes people ask, don't they? They've definitely asked me. I'm sure they've asked you, like, okay, well, is that deck examinable before and after? And you sort of go, well, no, of course it isn't. Yeah. But then I would suggest that we also need to be a little bit more, a bit smarter as magicians, where if you go, it's not examinable, then switch the deck. Yeah. And that doesn't mean you need a fancy device to switch the deck. It just means you can switch it in your pocket. You can switch it under a wallet. You can switch it however you like. There's a lot of ways to switch in a deck to make it examinable. And so we need to do a little bit more work as magicians sometimes to not just be completely spoon-fed.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that we talked about last night on my live, where you kind of go, do what you want with it. This is a version, but do what you want. Like, I love reading old books and kind of reading this thing and them going, this is the mechanics of a thing, and that's all you get, really.
Yeah.
That's all you get, and it's you. How do I make this mine? How do you do this thing?
Yeah.
So yeah. Craig's very smart. I mean, that trick is a proper worker.
He does. The thing is, I've been dealing with Craig, and we've been releasing his bits since, well, lockdown, since the end of lockdown. And the one thing Craig does, and he does it very well, was when he rings me up with an idea, it's either two scenarios. Either it's something that he's been working for a long time, or it's something that he's got an idea for and we making the prototypes. But then before anything else happens, he then will work it for 6 months.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So everything Craig releases has been worked. Now, whether it's worked before he's come to me with the idea or after he's had the prototypes, they are worked. Because I know that I'll get calls from Craig going, okay, I think we should add this because I had the idea when I was performing that this would make it stronger, this would be better. This would. So everything that Craig releases does evolve. And I find, even if I create a trick, and I've had this conversation with Wayne in the past, where I've created something, and in my mind I go, this is going to work and it's going to kill. And then I'll ring Wayne and go, do you know what? It's not getting the reactions I know it should get. I know what the trick is doing. I know I'm predicting this is happening, that's happening. But the reaction I'm getting doesn't equate to the amount of rebuilds. So I know the trick is solid. There's something I'm doing that is not coming across the way it should be. And me and Wayne will sit there and discuss this over and over again. And I'll try different ways on Wayne, and Wayne will come up with ideas, or Spellman or something else. And sometimes it's something really simple. And one of the tricks, in fact, isn't a creation of mine. It was Casino Con. Now, Casino Con, the first phase, which is, in my mind, was incredible, wasn't getting the reaction I knew it deserved. And then Jamie said to me, why don't you put a written prediction down at the beginning? Right? And then I tried it, and the reactions were completely different.
Oh, wow, right.
Completely different. Even though I'm still revealing exactly the same thing. But I think the difference was, with Casino Con, they got the reveal after they reached into their pocket and pulled out the poker chip. And what I started to work out was the time between them choosing the thing and me getting to reach in their pocket, they were already going, oh, it's going to be from the same casino.
Right.
Whereas now, you hit with that written prediction straight away, boom, now reach into your pocket, bang. You know, but it's something simple as just changing the timing, or throwing in something extra, and that's what Craig does. And that's Destiny Deal. I think, you know, some people have gone, oh, it's, you know, it hasn't fooled me as a magician. I think it's a worker's trick. Please, I hope I don't offend anybody. I can't bear it has to fool me as a magician to think it's good, because I think, like, of course you're a magician. It's our job. It's your job. It's like going to see a play and going, I know they're not a real sociopathic psycho killer. Like, you're not fooling anyone. Yes, I know. It's pretend. Like, I know. It's your job. Like, look at the routine, look at the work. I don't care if you know that the method is multiple outs or sticky stuff or bits of thread. Like, of course, that's how we all achieve the things that we do. Look at the trick. Look at the thought process. Look at the stuff that's gone into it. Look at whether that routine works for you, rather than just looking for
the fun method kind of thing. Of course, we love toys. They're the best
Yeah.
thing in the world. We love methods, we love tricks, we love all of those things. But I think whether it fools you as a magician or not is, if it fools you, amazing, like brilliant. But if it doesn't fool you, doesn't mean it's not a good trick. It just means, like, think about how that plays for people that you will show that to. Because it's going to fool them.
Yeah.
I promise you. I promise you.
And I will say as well, for anyone that is an Unlimited member, please go and check out Simon's course on acting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I watched that and I learned so much. I mean, I obviously I've been performing magic for years, but I'm not a West End stage performer that's been trained in this. And I took so much from what you were saying, and there were so many things you said that I went, yeah, flipping hell. And,
Yeah, right.
And I'm not sort of, I should have known that, because I don't know that. That's your expertise.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
But it's like we don't know everything about, I definitely don't know anything about magic. I can't handle a deck of cards to save my life. Like, there's things we know about and there's things we don't know about. And that's just my area since I was very young. I've been performing, and it was really fun doing that course, actually, because it was, it's not really about acting as in, like, how do you take a monologue and you know, portray your emotions. It's about just being, the job of an actor is just to be present and to listen and respond and just be in the moment. Thank you very much, Andrew Lucas. Thank you very much. That's very kind. But it's about just being able to stand in front of a group of people and truly connect with them. So a lot of the times you have that conversation. It's a really interesting conversation about whether you should script it or whether you should just improvise it, right? And I think the honest answer is, that's not the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is, it doesn't matter whether I've scripted or improvise it, do whatever you feel comfortable with, because I've seen people who script it not connect, and I've seen people who improvise not connect, or vice versa. So it's about learning to be present with your audience. Take a script that you've worked in for 6 months, and you know every word of back to front, and still make that sound like you're saying it for the first time. Yeah. So the question is never, should I script or should I improvise? Do whatever is comfortable for you, that's fine. The question is, am I present? Am I listening? Am I responding? Because if you are doing your script and someone says something to you and you ignore them, I know it's a very obvious, blatant example, but if you just ignore them and carry on with your script, or laugh politely and then just pick up with what you were saying, they know that this thing is not for them. We connect very deeply with people without having to say much at all. And so being able to truly be present with every single person around you and feel like that thing is happening, looking for looking for the right moment, not performing at people, but performing with people. When you're on stage, I do a lot of comedy for a living. And when you're on stage, a lot of the time, it's not that you're breaking the fourth wall and doing cheesy out front stuff, but I include the audience as a character, as a whole. I am very much aware of their energy, of their presence. And so that scene, even though I'm doing it with someone on stage, they're involved in the scene as well. And that's what you do when you perform magic to people. It is for them. It is inherently for them. And so, that's things that I talk about, as well as technical things in that acting course. But again, 20 years worth of experience and knowledge, and my opinion, not correct, just my opinion, for $4.99. So that's what your life's work amounts to, is $4.99.
But it was great. I mean, and it was such an amazing course as well, because it's usually, when we buy magic, this is not covered.
No.
You know, this is not covered. What is covered is push this button and that will happen.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I got a great amount of value out of that course.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Pete, that's why all my books have always been on subjects that no one talks about.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing out there about that, what I've written about. And to have it on the video, and I don't know much about acting, so I'm not trying to take away from Simon, but You know, to watch that and go, wow, such simple little things that you can apply to yourself change the whole setup. These things should be talked about, and they should be shared more, and they should be part of the learning thing. You know, we should be thinking about. I mean, the first thing I ever read in a magic book was a magician is an actor playing the part of a magician. And it's never referred to again. You know, and now I'm going to teach you a whole bunch of tricks. Whereas that should have been the first quarter of the book, how to do that.
So I've got to say, we're running over time, and we've got to go because we've still got more filming to do.
We've got a lot to do.
We have got a lot to do. But I just want to say a big thank you to Simon Lipkin for joining us on this live. Obviously, a big thank you to my co-host Wayne Goodman, and a thank you to all of you for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. And remember, we are going live again tonight at 7 p.m.
on YouTube and on Facebook.
YouTube and on Facebook, and I'm going to leave you once again with the trailer of Thursday's Academy. So we hope to see you tonight at 7. Thanks for joining us. We will be back next Tuesday as well for another live if you can't make any of the other dates. But hopefully we'll see you tonight. Bye everyone.
Hey folks, Steve Reynolds here from New Orleans. At the end of October, I'll be teaching at the Alakazam Academy, where I'll be sharing 10 classic card effects with the Steve Reynolds touch. And of course, it wouldn't be one of my lectures without sharing some unique false shuffles that go beyond the Z. And time permitting, stage illusions. Just kidding. So bring your deck of cards, your questions. Can't wait to see you.